I make it, now they seeing greatness. They second guessing me, slowly driving me, and I'm gonna be beating on my craft day and night, and I won't stop until they call me the greatest. Call me the greatest. Call me the greatest.
Welcome back to another episode of Let's Hoop, presented by SkyWest Sports Academy. I'm your host, Joy Yvonne, and of course, I'm joined with the fellas. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
What's up? How you doing?
What's
going on, Joy?
I'm good. It's a lot going on. We are super excited. We have a lot to unpack, so let's dive straight into it. All-Star Weekend. Come on, let's talk about it.
All-Star Weekend, great. Had fun. This year, we kind of involved some kids.
Yeah.
So we had the kids and we had the adults.
Entertainment.
Oh, entertainment. We had Lil Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing. We had, what was the rap group name again that we had? I can't remember their name.
It's all good, but they did.
Aston Martin.
Aston Martin. There we go.
Good save. Good save.
Yeah.
And the kids too. They
Yes, the
did
kids
their-
look
Yeah, the kids.
They're
Yeah.
single.
They were like, then they did their little dance. It was pretty cool.
I'm not gonna lie, they were really dope. Especially Lil Caleb. Mm-hmm. He got the moves, the little dance moves and everything. Like
He has personality for sure.
What got me, I was like, he's done this before. What got me was when he like got all up in the camera and was like,
He was like, I'm waiting on this minute.
oh, you've done this before.
Right. It was good.
That's pretty dope. I think the kids, with the contest that we had, the 3-point contest and the skills test, all of that stuff, getting the awards and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that was phenomenal. I mean, just to see the smile on their faces. But not only did the kids get the awards, the adults did as well.
Wait, hold on. Before you leave the kids though, I gotta chime in on that. I gotta chime in like before you leave that, because I will say like that for me honestly made the whole weekend. Just hearing some of them, because we know their situation, most of them, and the idea that they were on something that was live streamed and they're like, we were on the TV and all that kind of stuff. It was just like, just hearing that, being able to make that happen for them, that was really dope. And then Sky, we've been going up there a lot and spending a lot of time with them.
Absolutely.
So, certain other little things that took place, that we know about that, wasn't public. It was just a touching weekend. And then not only that, gotta give a special shout out to the men All-Stars, and not even just the All-Stars, but 3-point contestants, just everybody. You guys really interacted with them, and they really appreciated y'all hyping them up while they were shooting and all this stuff like that. Like they talk about it. So kudos to y'all. Y'all are awesome.
That's what's up. And what, Team Jordan took the win? Was it Team Jordan?
Yeah, Team Jordan came away with the win.
Yeah, they did.
With Suspect getting the MVP. Now listen.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
No, hold on, because was that not a close race? Okay, because I just knew that is it Andre? Andre, I just knew dude was gonna take that home. I just knew it. That dude was dropping threes like crazy.
Yeah. You want me to take this one? You want me to take this one, Scott? Yeah, that's your player. I'll take it. All right. So here's the thing. Yes. I test, absolutely. So we just wanted to be fair, and we did it by just who had the most points. And like the last, I would say 3-minute stretch, like Suspect went off.
Yeah.
He had like 3 and 1s, and like he just went off, and that literally put him up. You wanna know how close it was? 1 point. 1 point. Like literally, he took it by one point. So. I'm just gonna throw out there though that Suspect talked about the fact that he was coming for MVPs and awards. So I mean, that's one. There's a total of 3 MVPs that can be won: All-Star MVP, Finals MVP, and Season MVP. He got 1 out of the 3 so far. So I mean,
we'll see
what happens. But yeah, it was a great weekend. But it was hard. It was hard because Dre. One leg threes from.
I was like,
so this is the thing. This is the way I see it. One of the bigger reasons that we had to do it the way we did it, because that was my player, and I don't want to show any favoritism, and that's why we did it the way we did it. I'm not taking anything away from Suspect at all. Like, I'm not taking anything. I will say this though. I think that Andre's performance was more entertaining.
Oh, true.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was more entertaining. But Suspect just played good basketball, but Andre did the spectacular.
Yeah.
You know, so
It was entertaining. Like you
right,
said.
right. So, but at the end of the day, you know, we did it by points to make it fair, and suspect won. So. I mean,
that moment where he went on like that 3-point stretch, like that woke the game up. It was
Right,
just like, oh,
right.
we got a game now, because like he just went nuts from behind the 3-point line. And then when he let, like I said, that one leg, it was like, all right,
yeah.
it was crazy. So yeah, it was a great weekend. Yeah, it was a great weekend. Matter of fact, shouldn't we take a look at some of that from this weekend?
Sure, absolutely. So let's check out the top 10 from our All-Star weekend. All right, so that was our top 10 from our All-Star weekend. So now we're going to jump right into our MVP race. Come on, fellas. Let's talk about it.
Go ahead, Darius. It's your turn to go first.
You're gonna start me first.
Because I got some thoughts.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way, and then I'll let you get to your thoughts. All right. So, I mean, dang, I actually have a challenging thought too, though. Because I was about to say, I was gonna say, well, like we say every show, we got to talk about Gino.
Yeah.
But
Man.
Gino has sat a game, right? The Blazers still won.
Which didn't make no sense.
No, he did that on purpose.
It was on.
I'm gonna tell you, it was on purpose. And this goes to show that they watched this show. He did it on purpose because in the show before that game, Scott said Gino is the Blazers.
Yes.
And he still is, though.
So
they only won by like 10 points.
I mean, but
It's still.
and then like even the game since, like knowing what Gino can do, like Gino kind of really been chilling.
He has.
And then especially the games where they have Tristan too, like so it's like does that make Gino fall down a little bit in the MVP race? And then we have to talk about somebody else that doesn't have as much help, or are we still keeping Gino up there where he was at like shoe-in number one lock?
Nah.
What we doing? What y'all think?
I will tell you this. Because I'm guessing you want my thought
Ooh, this
process.
is
I mean,
juicy.
come
I
on.
wanna
We're
get
supposed to be
juicy.
talking about it. Let's go.
I am going to put Black Lightning in the MVP race. Because Black Lightning is balling. The dude, it's hard to stay in front of that guy. And right now, he is the engine of the Blazers. And I believe he is a huge reason, not the only, just like Gino wasn't the only. That's my motivating. That's my way of motivating
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
All right, Shaq.
But I believe that he is a huge, huge reason why the Blazers are going the way they're going. Tristan is big too, but right now, Black Lightning, aka Josh, he is the man right now on that team. He's doing his thing, and I like the fact that the team actually plays around him. It's not like his show. It's but when it comes time when they're down or they need a point, I've seen them literally pass him the ball, and he said, "Move out of the way."
Yeah.
And the dude goes to the basket. Can't nobody stop him. I mean, it is what it is. And he lit us up. Yeah, Wolverines. He lit us up. Lit us up. I mean, threes, layup, lit up. I'm looking in the camera. Lit us up. Okay. And then we don't want to come to practice. But anyway, he lit us up. But anyway, yes, I'm putting him up there.
Can I throw my dark horse in there too?
Come on.
Since we throwing dark horses in there that ain't talked about. So I'm gonna go ahead and see. I'm thinking different because we like to talk about just scoring, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna also throw Rodney in there from Black Ice, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh, he's been up there.
You talking about? I know, but he's not talked about though. So I'm about to bring a little more validity to why he should be there. Mm-hmm. You talk about the engine that drives the team, right? Mm-hmm. If you look at every Black Ice game, the person that's on the floor, the person that gets the most rebounds, that does all the dirty work and still puts up points. Mm-hmm. He don't just do the offensive, but he plays defense, he do the dirty work, he do all that other stuff. I'm like, I think you got to pay a little closer attention to what Rodney does on Black Ice because, I mean, shoot, we just played Black Ice and, they didn't have Joshua, the person that we've been saying is the MVP. Not to say that he's not taking anything away from him, but it just like if you really pay attention, it gave you a closer look at what they actually had with Rodney as well too, and it's like, can't dismiss that one either. So
he's scoring too. Like he's doing his thing. Like that's not a bad pick, dude. I got one more, and I'm gonna let you. Was that your thought already, or you still? That's one of my
that's
thought
horses. All right,
I guess we can name 3 people. I guess that's
all right.
The thing.
So did I name 2? I named 1.
You name 1. I think.
I named 1. Okay. All right. So my next one that I'm gonna name, I gotta go. Look, we talking about him. I gotta go with Suspect, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay, tell us why.
The last. You sound like such a non-suspect believer. Like, I hear it in your voice. No, but seriously, his last 2 games, like, he has been carrying them. And especially he had like 40 this last game, like 30-something, 40. Like, he went off. And so I'm like, he's playing like he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's playing he's like.
He already told y'all that.
I mean, and so he's talking about it and he's backing it up. And so it's like I can't leave him off the list because it's like, that's yeah. And then my last person, I'm gonna throw one of my own teammates in the MVP list.
Okay.
No, seriously, I'm gonna throw my boy Larry in the MVP list. Now, some may say why. I'm gonna throw Larry in there because, to be honest with you, like I'm gonna be straight up. Like you talk about engines that drive a team. Larry is our engine. Like you remember, Coach, the game against the Wolverines. I mean,
we lost.
Y'all lost.
They did.
We lost.
Y'all lost. But it was Larry that had that game-changing moment that literally, honestly, probably won us the game when he got the turnover. But
you talking about the LeBron James?
The LeBron chase down, yes. Like, and that changed the course of the entire game. And he does that. He does that on a consistent basis. Yeah. So, I got to throw my boy Larry in there too. I think I definitely, especially, we win the rest of these out, get that championship. That's right, Red Hawks. Okay. I definitely got to give it to him for sure. Now I'll leave you to your thoughts, Coach.
That's interesting. I will say Suspect. I will agree with you on that. I do like some. I'm a Muhammad Ali fan. Okay, Muhammad Ali said I'm gonna do it, and he went out there and did it.
I feel you on that.
Okay, so that's how Muhammad Ali did, and that's what Suspect is doing. I'm sorry that the dude is doing this thing.
Facts.
The last I do like Rodney, but if I had to go with somebody else, I'm still going with Khalil. Khalil is he's a defensive juggernaut, and
A
he
defensive what?
is juggernaut.
Okay.
Okay,
You don't know what Juggernaut is?
X-Men.
X-Men. Come on. We're gonna make her watch X-Men after this.
But he is he's just great at what he does. I mean, he earned his name, Go Gadget Arms. I mean, it was just he's like a Swiss Army knife. He does everything. So I got to give it to him, especially because I love defense, and he is a defender. I mean, I like what he does, so
Yeah.
that's what I would go with.
All right, guys, thank you so much for weighing in for our MVP race. We will be right back with our standings and playoff
Did
race.
it on my own, now they want me gone. Never thought I'd make it, now they seeing grace.
All right, guys, welcome back. We're going to jump right into our standings. Tyler, let us know what's going on.
At number 1, the Blazers are 7-0. Number 2, Black Ice 6-1. Number 3, Wolverines 5-2. Number 4, Chargers 4-3. Number 5, Global Impact at 3-4. 6, the Red Hawks at 3-4. 7, the Panthers at 3-4. Number 8, the Savages at 2-5. Number 9, the Titans at 2-5. And last but not least, the Bulldogs at 0-7.
All right, so let's talk about it. The Blazers have been holding down this number 1 spot. I mean, what's y'all thoughts? Are they going to pull it out?
Sky, I'll let you go with this
You
one
want me to
first.
talk
All
about
right.
Be honest with you, the Blazers is the best team in the league right now. 7-0. I don't care about talk. I don't care about what people say. 7-0. Hadn't lost a game. They just beat us, and I consider us being a top team as well. And I have no words to say, but they're a great team. They've been playing together. They've been practicing. They just do what they need to do. Kudos to Miguel. He's been getting them together. I mean, it's nothing I can say, but I just see greatness right now. And the only way to bring them down is to beat them.
Yeah. I will say this, right? So seeing them on the court playing together, you can tell that they are definitely in practice working on their game and
Right.
bringing that cohesiveness together.
Right. And I mean, Josh, Tristan, and Gino, you got 3 guys dropping 20 points, 20 rebounds. Nobody's going to beat that. No team right now with 3 guys dropping that many points is going to lose. It's hard to beat that. It's hard to beat one person. And then you throw in the mix with it, it's hard to beat a team like that.
I mean, ain't much else to say. I mean, the record speaks for itself.
Yeah.
7-0. I mean, even though some of the games have been close, they played a game without their star player, Gino, and they still won. I mean, what else can you say about these guys? I mean,
I got to give my props to Josh. Josh has stepped up when
Absolutely.
Gino's not there.
Absolutely.
And held that team together. I would say.
Absolutely. So, hey, kudos to them. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about them. Great team. They got the target on their back.
No, for
And
sure.
it is what it is. I mean,
For sure, yeah.
So, but what's this? We got the playoff race going on with these other teams. These other teams. Who's in that kind of that? I guess Twilight Zone. I guess.
So,
that's what
I mean, there's a lot going on.
So the Red Hawks,
The Chargers are 4-3, and then you have the Red Hawks, Global, and Panthers all at 3-4. And with 4 games left, that close of a race. And the Red Hawks,
anything can happen.
they're my underdog right now.
Man.
They're looking good. They started out real shaky, but
They put it in
if
together.
they continue to play the way they do, and Bernie had an off night last game, and Larry did too. But if them two with John coming together, that could be a team right there.
Kudos to Willie for that. Willie King is really doing a good job coaching. He's very intense. He's an intense coach.
Which is so surprising.
He's an intense coach, but I mean the stuff that he is saying makes all the sense in the world.
It does.
He's actually gotten a lot better with his substitutions as well.
Right.
He's making a lot of good decisions And he's also keeping a positive atmosphere around that team.
Absolutely.
You know, even when they go down, it's like, hey guys, you know, no. We can do better than this. We can win this. So I got to give props to him too. Chargers. I mean, Khalil's balling. But that team, man, that's one of those teams. It's like
They just beat us by 20 plus. So, I mean, when they get going, and they're a very good transition team.
Right.
If they get going playing their pace, then nobody's going to stop that.
No.
And you start playing the game with them, and that's exactly what they want you to do, is play their game. And they're going to beat you down the stretch every time.
Yeah. Panthers. Man, I mean they just took a big hit because of Morris. I mean he's on a suspension. That's gonna be rough on the Panthers because, in my opinion, he should have been an All-Star. You know, that's why his nickname is he should have been an All-Star. That guy he's doing his thing. Not only have I seen him on the court doing things, but I've been watching him on Facebook. He's got highlights videos of him practicing and doing stuff. That dude he's on another level right now. So normally it would be Trajan that we're talking about that's like the engine of that team. But when that ball hits Morris' hand, I mean, it is.
And Trajan's still been doing his thing, but
Yeah,
he just needs help.
Yeah, he
needs help.
He does. So, but like I said, he should have been an All-Star, and I'm saying that for a reason. So, for him not to be on the squad for these next 2 games, I believe,
that's gonna
hurt them a lot. But let's talk about this though. I know we're not talking about the Savages right now because they're kind of on the bottom, but something just happened. The Panthers made a trade. EJ went to the Savages. What did you see?
And that trade literally worked out that game. EJ came out of the game doing everything. Rebound, scoring. He was moving the ball. And in my opinion, ultimately, that's what won them the game at the end of it. Because it was a really close game. That trade made that game. That's crazy.
It did.
That is crazy.
I mean, EJ has an unorthodox game. But it's very efficient. EJ is intelligent. He's in the right place at the right time. I mean, and he fits the Savages. I mean, they loved him. Like, the Savages was like, man, this guy, I mean, they were coming to the table like, man, this guy's good for the team. And, man, look how we did with him. And I'm like, dude, I mean, everybody, I don't know why he was on the bench with the Panthers. That makes no sense at all. I mean, and it may be because his game is unorthodox. It doesn't look as polished or brushed, but he's efficient. So to me, if you're efficient, how your game looks doesn't mean anything to me if you're efficient. So, I mean, kudos, EJ, we giving you some props, dude, because you really came in and you fit in with that team and you did a good job. And Savages, kudos to you on the dub. Because that was a very, very entertaining game. So, yeah, had to talk about that.
I'll tell you one person and one team we can't count out. And going back to the MVP race, I have to give him his props. Because there was a game, and I'm talking about Jay Daniels. There was a game where he was off. He had 4 points in the half. And I looked at him, I said, man, this is MVP quality right here. And at the end of the game, I think he hit the 3 to tie it up. And he looked me in my eye and pointed at me and said, is this MVP material? And I said, yes, it is. So I'm putting him up there. And you can't count out Global. Especially after last game. You know, when the team isn't hitting like it's supposed to, he stepped up and made those crucial threes. There was one play where he had like 2 and 1s, and they were really hard fouls, too.
Yes,
he was on the floor. And he's a big boy. He's a big boy. Suspect Island.
He's not too young. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
But
what did he say? He's called suspect because he tried to murder on the court.
Basically,
I believe it's been some bloodshed.
It's been a lot of bloodshed.
A crime has been committed.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So
He coming with that fire. So, yep. All right. Anybody else? I think we've covered everybody.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Y'all got y'all thoughts out? We good?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's it for us. We're going to jump over to Darius with Keys to the Game with Key. We'll be right back.
Now they seeing grace. They second guessing me, slowly driving me.
All right, guys. Well, we have come to the juicy part of the show where we talk about the, the hot takes, the stuff that might rub some people the wrong way, but it's all love. We just want you to be better. Yeah, Keys to the Game with
Me.
our host Key. Key, what's happening?
Hey,
You good?
I'm good.
I feel like you got something for us, for some hot takes for us.
I mean, just a little bit. I mean, the past couple of weeks have been awesome. Everybody sees me on the board always, or you see me walking by. But, one thing I really wanted to, talk about on the show today was sportsmanship. I feel like that's something that we don't really talk about much, but it's something that I feel like needs to be spoken about, especially, during these games, and we're supposed to be a brotherhood. I want to see a lot more uplifting of the guys on the court. I want to see a lot more players cheering each other on. I feel like, personally, because of course I do the board, when I'm sitting next to my guys here, you know what I'm saying? Everybody loves Coach Kenneth. I love Kenneth. Kenneth is my rock. You know what I'm saying? He always tells me how proud he is of me, and it keeps me going. Because I love being around for one, but two, like, everybody needs an encouraging word.
No, I agree. I totally agree. So,
Yeah.
So you're basically saying you would like to see like teammates like encouraging each other more.
Yeah.
And you know what? I definitely agree to that. And I would say I was even guilty when the season first started. Because I am one of the leaders on my team, and I tried to lead with the more Kobe or Jordan approach, where it's like, I'm gonna hit you over the head. Come on. And it's just like, I'm gonna fuss the greatness out of you, or I had to adjust to a different style of leadership, because it's just like, my team doesn't respond to that.
Right.
And finding that and, being more uplifting, we have like a whole new culture, just on our team. And I think it's very profound what you're saying, where it's just like, because I always tell people, I'm like, you're not going to beat the other team, the referees, and each other. Somebody got to lose.
Somebody's got to lose.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, why don't we not lose, and how about we just beat the other team? Because you're not going to beat the refs.
Right.
So between you and the other team, somebody got to lose. So if we beat each other, that's dope. That's dope. I like that.
Yeah. I think another point that I kind of want to bring to the table is I saw this, the standings, the top 10 standings. I feel like some teams could definitely be up a lot higher if they had a little more intel on their team, if there was a whole lot more IQ on the floor.
Here we go.
I feel like there could really be some, top contenders out here actually bringing down some of those that are undefeated. If they had the right tools, like I said last time.
That undefeated was loaded.
Like I said last time, let the coaches be coaches sometimes. You might want to hear what they have to say, because, it could actually help you. Like I said last time also, they're there for a reason. And, being a team player, that's how I've been feeling for watching the past couple of games. I actually pay attention to the games, guys. I'm not just there for the board. I really...
Oh, you was finna go somewhere?
I went somewhere, and then I went left, and then I went right, and now I'm back here.
You're back here?
I'm
Okay.
back here.
We're safe?
We're safe.
We're safe, okay.
Okay.
To your point, though,
Yeah.
I like the point that you brought up about IQ, because I think something that gets lost with IQ is what's being done with the ball in your hand. Mm-hmm. When people talk about, this person doesn't have IQ, or they whatever, most of the time they're talking about the person that has the ball in their hand.
Correct.
But there are so many things that you can do without the ball, and having a high IQ of, like, for example, you're playing defense on somebody, but just by making eye contact with the person that's holding the ball and stepping slightly into a passing lane, little do you know you're playing defense on like a whole nother person over there because they're not going to try to get that pass because they see that you are watching them and they don't want to try to get that pass through because they know you're looking for it. You know what I mean? Like little, like small, tiny little detailed things that you can do, you know, just to really flex your IQ. And it's like, it's not always about having the basketball in your hand. Like taking a bad shot, like that's mostly what people talk about. He got bad IQ, he take bad shots. It's a lot more.
There's a lot more to the game.
To the game and having bad IQ than, you know, rotation, not knowing how to rotate. That's bad IQ. Like, you know, it's so many things that contributes to that. So, yeah, that's a very good point.
Chemistry, you know, it works with that as well. A lot of these teams, I absolutely love this rookie class of players that we've seen. But, you know, a lot of these teams are newer teams through and through. So they haven't exactly, and I hate to say it because we're so deep into, you know, we're so deep into the season. A lot of these teams don't have the proper chemistry, and it's showing on the floor. All the emotions, they're showing on the floor. All the disconnects, they're showing on the floor. And I feel like, you know, like I said before, you know, sportsmanship. Pick your brother up. You know what I'm saying? Let him know that you got his back. I got your back, you got my back. You know, it's just as simple as that, you know.
Make mistakes, so what?
Yeah. The game still goes on.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Anything you got anything else for us? Because I mean, that's enough to digest right there and carry into these next games that we got coming this Sunday. So I mean, you know, anything else you want to drop them off with before we leave?
You know, for the next couple of games, guys, definitely put on a show because you already know I'm watching. So put on a show for the live stream, guys.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people watching.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, all right, well, this has been Keys to the Game with Key. Key, thank you so much. Appreciate the words, as always. And you know what? Now that I think about it, though, one more thing we got to talk about before we go. Make sure you guys share this link to this video, and make sure you share the link to our YouTube channel. That way we can get more people watching, because the more people that have their eyes on this product, the bigger this thing is going to become. So make sure you do that. Share, like, subscribe, you know, all that lovely stuff. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you next time on the next episode of Let's Hoop.
Now they seeing greatness. They second guessing me, slowly driving me, and I'm gonna be beating on my craft day and night, and I won't stop until they call me the greatest.